Hi, I'm Florian again, and this is day, I think, day 30? Yeah, day 30 of the 180-day Idea Machine Challenge on my blog, lifesciencementor.com. Great to have you with us, and I'm happy to talk about today's topic, which is 11 ways to improve the quality of your sleep. Now, sleep is something that I have loved from time to time, and also kind of hate it from time to time as well, especially when I'm really rolling and really getting things done, and I have many ideas, and I have the opportunity to put some of these ideas into practice. Then I kind of want to continue working on those ideas, right? Maybe I'll watch my favorite Netflix shows for like 45 minutes in the evening, and then afterwards, I kid you not, afterwards I sit again, I read books. I could as well work on my computer, rather work the whole night through. Unfortunately, if I do that once, I'm done the next day. There's no way I could, I could function. And I'm in the happy situation that I can pretty much fall asleep anywhere I want. Right? I close my eyes. I can let go of many things that are in my mind, and then just fall asleep. Never a problem in that for me. And as my friends know, and you know, from that position on, I have discovered several methods how to improve my sleep, and I hope that's helpful for some of you out there. Talk to, and for not everyone is as lucky to be able to sleep well. Some people have terrible insomnia, and there are these conventional advice, right? I mean, sleep in a dark room, or have a clear schedule. Or some of this advice is kind of generic and doesn't really help someone who's really like rolling around in his or her bed and can't fall asleep. Um, so therefore, I aimed, and some of the advice that you find, although generic, is still good, right? I mean, yeah, if you can sleep better in a darkened room, then by all means darken your room. I just wanted to provide an overview that is directly from my own experience, what has worked for me, and so I hope that can work for you as well. Hit me up with more questions if something is unclear, or if you want to tell me about your methods, and then just let's get through it. So there's basically, when I wrote down pretty quickly all those methods to improve my sleep, I realized there are three general categories. So the first categories is install good habits and routines. The goal here is to automate your sleep schedule so that your body and your mind get used to a very automatic procedure, so that on cue, when the clock strikes 9 or something, then you go to bed. And so that's if you do that often enough, then after 21 days or something, you've installed it as a habit, and then the clock strikes 9. That's the trigger for your body to become tired and fall asleep. So that's one way. Install good habits and routines. The second way is drugs and medication. Certainly, clearly, sleep has a physiological part, and you'll help that right along with sleeping pills. You don't want to base all your sleep on sleeping pills, because they have potential to become addictive. And I would always think that I want to find ways to fall asleep on my own without any outside external help, right? But drugs and medication is certainly one way to get sleep. And then the third category is tiring yourself out over the day, right? Heavy workout before you sleep. You sleep like a baby. I know my roommate in university. He played on a semi-professional level volleyball, and he said, like, after one game, or after one training with his team, he would be able to sleep like a baby. So physical activity, if you're focused very much on your work over the whole day, that tires you out as well. And of course, sex, that will also tire you out, although you may not want to get to sleep immediately, right? But all these strong activity also makes you tired, either your mind or your body or both, right? And then you can also sleep better. So here are my 11, are they 11? 11, yeah, 11 ways to get sleep. So first of all, something I did, figure out how long you sleep without an alarm clock. Without an alarm clock, no alarm clock. You record the times you go to bed and you record the times when you wake up without an alarm clock. And do that for 1 to 2 weeks. And then you take the average. I'm still doing that over the whole year, over almost 2 years now. I just checked this morning that without, if I don't use an alarm clock, I usually sleep like a little bit more, a little bit less, around 7 hours. And without an alarm clock, I'm pretty close to having taken the sleep that my body needs. I know that after 7 hours, I cannot sleep any longer. It's not possible. Yeah, I know. I told you before I can fall asleep anytime, and I cannot do that directly after waking up, directly in the morning. So over the day, I can take a nap. That's not a problem. But in the morning, there's only or during the night, there's only a certain amount of time I can really sleep. So that's what I recommend. So figure out how long you sleep. Some people are fine with 6 hours of sleep. Other people need 9 hours of sleep. I read the whole spectrum of time duration. You have to figure out your own. Don't try to use an alarm clock to always make sure you wake up after 6 hours of sleep. That may not be enough for you. So make sure you know that first, your natural lead of sleep. Then the second advice is figure out the best times to fall asleep and to wake up. So I used to think I'm an evening person until I stumbled upon Viktor Pride's 30 Days of Discipline, and one of the disciplines in there was wake up at 5 a.m. And if you wake up later, then not later than 7 a.m. So basically, you wake up between 5 and 7 a.m. That was the window. And then all of a sudden, I was forced to wake up early in the morning. And I got used to that, and I realized I'm so much more energetic in the morning. But that requires also good sleep before, right? So what you do is once again, over 1 to 2 weeks, you try out different times when to go to bed and when to wake up, right? Go to bed at 9, go to bed at 10, 11, maybe up to 1 a.m. And then just record without an alarm clock when you wake up in the morning, and then find your best sleep time and your best time to fall asleep, your best time to wake up in the morning. Without an alarm clock. The alarm clock you can then use later on when you know you need 7 hours, you need to go to bed by 10 to wake up at 5 in the morning, and then you can have your alarm clock set to 6 a.m. so that you guaranteed don't oversleep. Something like that, right? But don't use your alarm clock to just completely restrict the hours of sleep without knowing yourself first. Number 3 is figure out the best activity before you sleep. And some people advise to not play on the computer or watch TV before you sleep. Sometimes that helps me fall asleep. And even though you may say, well, but then the sleep quality is maybe not as good. Maybe that's true. Maybe it is good. I don't know. The point is, figure that out for yourself. Read, play an instrument, watch TV, work on your computer, have sex, just close your eyes. Anything where you see that gets you the best quality of sleep afterwards. Because I believe in winding down your day so that you take a little bit of a step off from the work you were doing and think back about the day that you were working, and then have a review of your day. Then maybe read something or do your activity that you like most before you sleep, and then sleep. So number 4, what I already mentioned, have an evening routine. Wind the day down and look forward to the next morning, right? So what you do is, and especially difficult this is sometimes for me and for all of you who are really working on something really important, or working on something that you really put all your energy in, then you don't really want to sleep, right? You're just in a good run. Why would I now sleep? I mean, it's 11 p.m., but I'm just on fire right now. I'm just riding, and I'm so motivated. I don't want to sleep. But you have to be aware that if you don't do that, if you just work, and then fall into bed after all at one point. Um, that does not give you very relaxing sleep. You may be very tired out, but it's almost as if you were working through the night. This time you just give in to sleep when it overcomes you, right? So you don't want to fall asleep. You want to determine your sleep time yourself. And so what you can do is you stop your work 1 hour before your sleep time, and then you use half an hour to review your day, right? And such a review could be cross out the tasks of your to-do list that you've done, or write them actually out on an extra list. So that gives you a sense of achievement over the day, right? Yeah, I'm energetic, I want to continue working, but let's just look what I already did over the day, and that gives you a great sense of accomplishment. Review how many of your tasks you got done. Then write a few other things down, like what went well today, what do you still want to improve, and how you want to improve that. And then something I do is 3 amazing things that happened today. Think about 3 things that you liked that happened that day, and then every day is basically a success, because every day something amazing has happened. Even though you have to define something as amazing that maybe wasn't earth-shattering, but still you get in the habit of writing down things that that have been successful. So over the week, you have a catalog of 21 items that you have been successful over the days. And that gives you a real mental advantage that makes you a happier person and allows you to sleep and look forward to the next day, because the day today was successful, can't wait what tomorrow brings, right? And then you can sleep happily knowing that you've done something over the day, and then you start anew the next day. The point of sleep is to get your body recharged in energy, that you can be as strongly energetic for the next day as you have been for today. Then, advice number 5, have something you're looking forward to the next day. For example, a morning routine, right? So if you have something like a morning workout, or you look at your vision board in the morning, or you do free writing in the morning, meditation, reading, there are many different morning routines that you can do. And if you have something like that, where you look forward to the next morning, where you know that the next day will start with something entirely on your own choosing. It will not start with you barely waking up and just making work just on time, half asleep. That's not what you want. You want to wake up and then dedicate the first 2 hours of your day to something that you're really doing for yourself. Maybe drafting an article for your blog. It may be calling your relatives in Germany that you can call because they're 6 hours ahead in time. Or read 10 pages of your favorite book, whatever it is. Have something in the morning that you're looking forward, because then you will be much happier about the sleep that you take, because at the end of the sleep there's something awesome. It's like the nap before Christmas time, right? Do it, and then after the nap is something cool. So you fall asleep a happy man or woman. Number 6 is kind of a controversial suggestion. I may try it out myself. I just put it in there. It's not proven by any means, but you may look at that as some alternative method to get good sleep in. And that's called polyphasic sleep. So some people claim that polyphasic sleep is a more natural way to sleep. What polyphasic sleep is basically not sleeping in one block, like 7 or 8 hours, and then be awake the rest of the day. No, you take several naps over the day, and then you save the block of sleep instead, right? So for example, in extreme cases, you could use the Ubermensch schedule, which means 6 20-minute naps every 4 hours, or 4 30-minute naps every 6 hours. What it comes down to, 4 30-minute naps or 6 20-minute naps, 2 hours of total sleep. Well, if that would work, that'd be amazing, right? You can basically feel staying awake. You'll probably be a little bit tired from time to time anyway. So every 6 hours, take a nap for 30 minutes and then work again for the next 5.5 hours, take a 30-minute nap again. In that way, you have 22 hours of the day to work with. Sounds very attractive. I included some links in the article to this video. You want to think about it, you want to read it, and then maybe try implementing it if you feel so inclined. Maybe that's just something that works for you, right? There's certainly no sound science on that, but there's also no big study on that. So it may be a great way to do it. It may be not. I can just suggest you try it out if you think that could be something for you. But I just want to warn you, it's by no means scientifically proven yet, right? So as I said, I may try it out at some time and report about it on my blog, Life Science Mentor. But yeah, this is just a suggestion. Try it out and do let me know if you try it out. I just included it so that you have another option. Number 7, make your bed directly after waking up. That could be part of your morning routine. So it puts a physical landmark on the transition between sleep and wake, right? If your bed is halfway unmade, then it's easier for you to just fall back into bed and sleep a little bit longer. If it's made, no, you stay awake. So it's a physical landmark, and also serves to increase your productivity over the day, because you started doing something, and then the next, if you have always a made bed, then the rest of your bedroom will be clean and will be clean and not cluttered at all. You can rest assured about that. Those were all the routine parts. Now, if you want to look for drugs, there's one suggestion called kratom. It's basically a plant grown in Southeast Asia, and you burn the leaves of this plant, and this increases your focus and happiness. So goodlookingloser.com has a whole write-up about kratom, has a very detailed guide about kratom. I've used it myself over the last half year to great effects. So my focus is greatly increased. I am much happier, and for that reason, it has really helped me. And I also realized that I'm on average I need 30 minutes more sleep when I'm burning kratom, because for whatever reason it gives me an energy bolt, but it also makes you more calm, a little bit more tired on the long run. So that could be a great idea for people that suffer from insomnia. There are even specific kratom strains that are slowly that are working in a very slow manner, and make you more calm than energetic, right? And that way you basically calm yourself down, and burning kratom 2 hours before sleeping may be a great way to induce your sleep, right? Check out goodlookingloser.com site about it. Number 9, becoming present. So there are 3 different ways of becoming present, which basically means that you ignore all the thoughts and ideas that are racing through your mind. You don't try to engage with these thoughts. You just engage with the activity you're doing right now, right? You're typing on your keyboard. If you get distracted by other thoughts, you just focus back on the keyboard, say, what am I doing? I'm typing keys on the keyboard, and words appear on the screen, and I'm right sitting here in front of my computer. By that time, you refocus your attention. That's described in Gorilla Mindset, Mike Cernovich's book. There's one way of becoming present. A simple trick that I use is to write down all my thoughts that I have, or record them on my digital audio recorder, and then review them afterwards in regular intervals, and so no idea gets lost, but I can go back to focusing on the task at hand. And the third method is meditation. And headspace.com has some great beginner's program for meditation, which takes 10 minutes out of your time per day. And the first 10 days are even free, I believe. And so you can try it out. And then it's $12 per month, so it's really affordable. It doesn't really take much time out of your day. I tried it, and it does make you aware, it does make you more present to your surroundings and to what you're doing. And that way I can recommend that. If you want to learn meditation, headspace.com is a good way to do that. It's not at all time consuming. So then we have advice number 10, which is simple, workout. As I said before, if you tire yourself out physically 30 to 60 minutes before you sleep, you'll sleep like a baby. And number 11 is if you really focus on your work during the day, then you will tire yourself out by the evening, right? Your body has no choice but to sleep. Similar as with workout. Mental activity can make you as tired. All right? So those are my 11 ideas. Let me know if you have some additional ideas. I know that insomnia is often a problem that, people tell me, yeah, what you tell me, we've tried it all, and the problem is deeper. In that case, you have to go to the doctor and seek some further medication. But I hope that 1 or 2 or maybe 3 or more of my advice will help you get better sleep. And I would really appreciate if you let me know if it worked for you or if you have any other suggestions. And with that being said, I wish you a great start in the week. And I'll see you again tomorrow, right? Take care and all the best. Oh yeah, and if you like this video, if you enjoy this video, like it. And as I said, leave a comment for me. I answer every comment, either on my blog or YouTube. All right. See you tomorrow.